Just so excited to be playing in the 50th World Cup, and especially with it being in England.
A home World Cup being a huge opportunity.
We've been working towards this for a long time. I feel very fortunate that we have a World Cup at home.
You grow up as kids watching World Cups and watching the players who used to play, and now we get to be a part of that. So it is a very special time to be in England cricket.
We are #1 in the world. We're as best prepared as we possibly could be. If you go back to the 2017 Champions Trophy, where we didn't deserve to win that game, we learned a huge amount about our performance in that game and the stage we were at.
One thing the boys took away themselves was that that was probably one game where we weren't true to ourselves. We went back into our shells a little bit and played a style of game that may have been played a few years before.
I think the learning curve from there was very important, because in the 2 years since 2017 we've become an improved side on different types of wickets, and I think we'll have to continue the learning ability that we've shown over the last 2 years, because I think throughout the tournament pitches will change, opposition obviously game on game will change, but on any given day you need to adapt to try and win that particular game.
When journalists asked about being favourites, we didn't shy away from it. We actually said, well, we probably are one of the favourites, just to try and get the guys used to the talk of us being one of the favourites.
Coming into a World Cup being world #1, I think there is going to be that, but when you get given the freedom by Owen and your coach to go out and express your talents and express the way you want to do it, there's no surprise that we've managed to achieve what we've achieved over the last 4 years.
The road to us winning it has a number of different avenues. I think in such a strong tournament, there's likely to be a lot of upsets in there.
We've picked a side of a lot of guys who are very aggressive, so to go and trust that method and trust your talent and the way you see the game, and I think that continuous improvement is a big driving force within the team.
When you sit back and you really think about what you're going to be doing over the next 4 to 5 weeks, which is representing your country in a World Cup, you still feel like a little kid.
We're in a fantastic place as a side, very excited, and it's a huge opportunity, and we hope to take it.
To lift the trophy would be an incredible feeling. There's a lot of cricket to be played between now and then, but I think that going into the tournament we've done as much as we can.
If we manage to lift the World Cup at the end of this 4 or 5 weeks, then it'll be a dream come true.
The current group of players, that was the hardest moment that we've experienced.
Utter despair for South Africa.
Losing that one in a semi-final, it stung for a long time.
Felt like someone just ripped your heart out of your chest, like you had no purpose to your cricket again.
Everybody remembers the way it finishes for them in '99.
Oh, that's it! South Africa, ridiculous running.
But they've always been good tournament teams until they get into those stages.
Unfortunately, there can only ever really be one winner, so there's a whole bunch of other teams that go away bitterly disappointed.
Just part of us as a team now. It's like almost like a cancer that you can't get rid of. And the only way that will go away is when South Africa one day wins an ICC event. Personally, for myself as a sportsman or a cricket player, I do believe in the mental aspect of the game. I see myself as a very mentally tough cricketer. I think that's where my strength lies as a cricketer. And the journey of the last year and a half has just been trying to make sure that we speak about what does mentally tough mean, what does being in the moment mean, what is you playing in your best, what does that look like for you in your mind.
We spent a lot of time talking about that, talking about an attitude, how we want to approach the game. We've brought a little bit of Caribbean sort of laid backness. The atmosphere has always been so tense that you forget to enjoy the tournament, and the World Cup is the pinnacle of any cricketer's career.
It's been a journey towards this World Cup. We have been trying to make sure that we can release our style of play a little bit. So when it gets to moments in the game that we feel that there's more pressure, that you've got tools to try and make sure you stay in the present and stay calm.
What makes this team amazing is that we've just got some phenomenal players. and I think we found ways of winning cricket games when we probably shouldn't win them. This is seen by the world, so every time you come to a World Cup, there's this kind of special tag about it.
A tournament like this, you need your players in red hot form. Bit of luck, bit of mental toughness. I think all of those things come together and gives you the opportunity of winning the World Cup.